Are you trying to do anything? Do you have any swing thoughts on your mind right now?
Oh,
Lots?
got all day.
Okay.
So I find at the start of my sessions, my shots maybe have like 500 spin to the left.
Okay.
And then as the session goes on, it starts curving more and more.
Okay.
And I push as my second thing. So I'm starting it right. It's hooking left.
Okay. Okay, so those go together. Hooks and pushes go together.
Those are like definitely hook first and then push second.
Okay.
I feel like my setup probably has something to do with it. I don't feel comfortable 100% of the time when I step over the ball.
Okay.
And that plays a huge role in like how I'll hit it. Like if I feel comfortable sitting over it, I hit it like way better sometimes, but I'll like start getting in my own head about where I'm aligned and then it just puts too many thoughts in my mind.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have no grasp left.
It's fine. Look around.
I noticed my left foot
Mm-hmm.
tends to drop this way
Mm-hmm.
more and more throughout too. Like I'll kind of open it up a bit.
Not a problem. That's so far down. That's so far down the list of anything we need to talk about. So first thing, you're leaned over too much. So the heaviest part of your body from like, just below your pecs all the way to the top of your head is way over your shoulder or way over your toes. That's what's leading to the club having too much of an inside-out path. I think your grip is okay, so it's not so much club face. I want you to feel as though you set up this way. Bend your knees, but keep your back straight and tilt your head down. Still too much lean over. Stand tall, like actual tall like this. Okay, stand tall. Okay, bend the knees. And now just tilt your head down and put the club behind the ball. Okay, yeah, so start with that, like back against the wall. Bend your knees to drag your back against the wall, and then just put the chin down and club down to the ball. That's it. Okay, so because we're standing in a bit of a different place, you now have freedom to rotate or freedom to turn. If I went like this, I can't turn my hips really all that much. Yeah, they're in flexion, and flexion's a lot easier to turn, but if you stood this way, you want to really lift up with the arms rather than turn the hips. If I went like this, it's really easy for me to rotate like everything. Yeah. So tall, knees bent, and then the first move on the way back today, I want you to feel like you're basically turning your ass to the target. That's what's going to move the club away from the ball, because when you take the club back, you've got too much arm action, so your arms are really squeezing and doing a big job. And so from here, because they're flexed, now you swing them around your body. Okay, and we're going to try and get more of this action today, right? So,
exactly what you're talking about. I find when I don't rotate my body back enough, my thought is to kind of do that. Is that okay? Like to flex this and bring this back?
Totally okay. Yeah, that's totally fine.
That's kind of the best thought I have.
Yeah, like, I mean, if I just put the club against my my upper knees, trying to feel like I can just rotate that shaft, that's what I want to feel like starts the backswing. And that's what's going to move your arms and club away from the ball. So as I go back here, I haven't done anything to this club yet, right? I can hold on to it with like 2 fingers, and as long as I do that with my lower body, the club goes back. So tall, trying to feel like it's much more turned to the hips, and then from here I want to see if you can finish your swing like with the softest arms possible today. Like so soft. Like soft to the point that like nothing is squeezing, right? Really, really soft. It might start with grip pressure, but it's from the grip all the way up to your shoulders. Keep that soft. But the big thing today is trying to make sure that you can stand tall in order to rotate your body toward me. Okay, start again. Hold on. Okay, so take it back. Good. Keep going back. Turn more. Turn the hips more. Look at the ground.
Yep.
Turn the body more. Good. So I want you to feel like you can get the club soften up. Right? That this turns, and that's what puts the club here. Start again. That's it. Okay, so let's hit a shot. I want this one to be like so far beyond awkward tall at setup, like super, you're gonna have to stand closer to it for sure. Yeah, tall, like someone pulled you up like a puppet.
I have a question for
Yeah.
you. I always, for me, because I guess I have long arms.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at this club,
Mm-hmm.
it's sitting like this.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I look at it, it looks way too flat. Like when I'm at dress normally, how like when I started here, it'd be like
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
It's kind of like this, right?
Okay.
To me, when I sit up like this, which looks more normal compared to like other 8-irons,
Yeah.
it feels like the toe is like too far into the ground.
You got it the other way around. So when you set up what you called flat, the toe is off the ground, and now it's flat to the ground.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
See that? That's so funny.
It's just, yeah, we have an illusion basically by looking down. We can't quite see that. That's flat. Okay, a little more knee bend. A little taller. Pull the back of your shoulders up to the sky. There you go. Like if you had your name tag on your jersey, I want it up to the clouds. That's it. Perfect. Go ahead. Big rotation, soft arms. Tall as you can get because we're not hitting the ball. The heel of the club definitely might feel like it's off the ground. Okay, and swing all the way through and hold your finish. Okay, not too bad. So on that swing there, you got your right side closer to me. So if I looked at it from this view, when I'm swinging through, I want to feel as though that my right side gets over my left foot, right? So my whole right femur is over my left foot.
Okay.
And if it stays back, it's stopped because you swung your arms around you.
When I was videoing, I have a Skytrack at my cottage.
Oh, nice.
When I was videoing it, I could never see my left butt cheek
Yeah.
From behind.
Yep. And that was because you muscled it too hard from here, and your whole body freezes up to let that happen. Yep, yep. So I got a couple exercises we can do today to try and get the feel of that. But like the biggest one is understanding that the earlier or the more you rush the golf club down from the top with all this arm stuff, the better chance you have of the club passing you. Now, if the club stuck out that much farther from you, right, you'd be hitting yourself in the side like all day, right? So it'll make a bruise. So eventually today we have to feel as though that you turn in the backswing and then feel like the bruise outraces this club so it never gets there. Tall as you can be, lots of knee bend, extra awkward knee bend. Good. So this little device here is that same thing I just mentioned. That you'll notice where that clown's nose touches me in the side, okay? If I take it up to the top and I don't move my midsection because my arms are trying to create speed, you'll hit yourself all day. But I want you to feel as though whatever that part that it's hitting, that's the part here that needs to move first. And if that part moves, it will bring the club back down to the ball. And you'll get more turned at that stage of the game. That's it. Good. Soften the arms to do that. Like turning this thing will bring your arms past the ball. That'll make the club hit the ball. But if you've got some arm squeeze to give the club a gas pedal, that's what's making you hit it thin, and it's what's making the ball hook. Really tall, lots of knee bend, keep the arms soft, hold the finish. I would say that once you feel like you're in a different posture, really only focus on one thing, whether it's going to be the extra turn to the hips or keeping the arms soft through your shot.
Right now, like I'm like 80% of my attention is just like trying to hit the ball in that posture.
I know.
So
Yep. And I would say that 80% of the...
It feels like totally different.
Yep, and it should. I mean, your posture definitely looks different. Anybody that plays with you regularly is going to say, hey, you're standing differently. Okay, so once you're tall, good. Chin down. There you go. Soft arms the whole way. Okay, that golf swing took way longer than you're used to taking.
Yeah, it feels...
Okay.
Like, for me, it's easy to move my arms quick. And
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to do that.
I know. I can imagine. Yeah. So let me give you an analogy here. We've all been down the YouTube rabbit hole. One of my favorite things to look at is those goofs that do those slap fests, right? Yeah. They sit in front of each other and they slap each other. So you see the one guy sitting there and all of a sudden he wings his arm back and he slaps the guy like it's a slap like that. And the guy's like, you did nothing. Then the next guy says, okay, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Turns his arm, his whole body this way, feels the 40 or 50 pounds of his arm and swings a 40-pound arm at the guy. Knocked out. Yeah. You're trying to do this with the club, and I want you to feel that the arms and the club are one heavy weight, and your idea is to swing the heavy weight of the arms and club, right? Turn the arms into a weapon.
This amount of knee bend.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to help you feel like you can stand taller and still be the same distance from the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a divot. Good for you. Okay, so you got some stuff to think about.
Yeah.
Hit these shots with one club. Just concentrate on one club, and I'll come back and see you.
Yep.
Hey. Like there's nothing in your swing that says you should fade it, and something really has to go wrong for you to start the ball left. So, like straight draws and push draws, that's what I want to see.
That posture there was all right?
Oh yeah, great.
I think the key for me is slowing the back so that I have time to like try and go back quick, and then it's just all lost.
Right. So if you don't change your trigger off the ball, everything's going to be the same. Yeah. Like that swing looks like it took twice as long as your previous ones, which gives you more time to create speed.
Feels like I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
That's my
yep,
feels like I'm
totally
trying to like sit down.
Like if you watch like the way Hogan used to set up, it looks like Hogan.
It still feels like I'm picking up a golf club for the first time, but
I know. I'm hoping that the balance on your feet gets better, that you actually feel like you're more flat-footed at setup.
I can see that my left foot's dropping. That's okay.
Totally. Yeah. Okay, so give me a swing where your arms are absolutely the softest. Like no muscle squeeze from the shoulders to the wrists. I don't care if you miss it, if you hit it 20 yards, just like soften it right up. Beautiful. Same swing. Hold the finish on this one. Okay, hold it there. Yeah, so I want you to try to feel like at the end of the swing, because the arms are soft, they're going to finish this way more. But if we rehinge this too hard, this will bend too much and it'll get too close to you.
Okay, so kind of out forward.
Yeah, extend it, Mo Norman style. Best flight of the day. Great pace. So here's something to get into your head, okay? Like if you had a tie on, all right, and you were holding the bottom of the tie in the grip, the goal is to try and straighten the tie the whole time. But the second that you start moving your arms away from the knot, you're going to let go of it, or it's going to get slack, right? So feel like it's pushed out the whole time. Turn the inside to move the outside.
I feel like I really need to. I'm hitting it much better when I really focus on like keeping my head exactly.
Perfect. Good. I think that's where you're hitting it thin, so I'm gonna move you on this one. So go ahead and hit your shot, hold your finish. Hold it, okay. Now we want to get more lean. Yeah, so the more that this hip goes back towards Sarah, and the more that goes down to the ground, you get your lean, you'll hit the ground better. Nice shot, way to go. Way to go. King of the sweeping draws, but hey, like, play it. Everybody down there on the driving range would kill for a sweepy draw like you have. So one more time, crank it up to the top, hold it at the top of your swing.
Hold it at the top?
Yep, just make it nice and slow, nice and smooth. Okay, so feeling as though that you're leaning over this club down toward the ball, right? That's your side bend. There you go, good. Try and make this happen to start the backswing. Start again. Hit that crunch to the left early. Yeah, that's it. And now just copy it on the other side. Mm-hmm. So, and like that's the piece that like, you know, so many golfers that I work with that are over 50 years old, right? Like we don't move this way very often. Right? So getting people just to start bending to the side is huge, because if I feel as though that the first thing I did off the golf ball, right, which was bend myself to the left, okay, that's instantly going to move the golf club for me, and it gives me my rotation all at the same time, simply by trying to bend myself down to the left, like trying to get that shoulder to touch that knee, right? And if we can get that into your backswing, and then from there try to feel like you leave the club back until you get the tilt down to the right, right? That's going to create your turn on the follow through as well. But that's the reason why the club hits the ground and inconsistently. So let's see if the only things you can do for this next swing is the two bends. Bend left, then bend right. Don't try to do anything else. Like literally try not to do anything else. Let's see what it looks like. Just bend one way and then bend the other way. There's no hit, there's no lift, there's no backswing, there's no swing ideas. It's just my little teapot. Once to the left, once to the right. Yep. Okay, come take a look. We got ground. Yeah. Big tilt down, then the other way. So the second that you go from here and speed up your arms, that pulls you away and that makes you lose that tilt. So the way that we get out of the top of the swing is trying to find that other bent tilt again. Yeah, it's from one bend to the...
I think I can get the back. I'm going to really, like, on this next one, just focus on the the downswing one.
Yeah, yeah.
Just really like.
And it's going to take more time. It's a big motion. It's not a quick thing.
You really want to feel it like right here, I guess. Right?
Yes. Do that again. Good. So smooth on the backswing, like no club speed on the backswing. Well done. Okay. So when you take the club up to the top, when you start the downswing by pulling the arms down away from the shoulder, that gets you under plane.
Okay.
So plane, you, under. Once it's under, the only way you can get back to the ball is a harsh, very, very steep angle into the ball. So your swing path's going way, way out. The more that you can feel like you go from here and initiate, with trying to turn your body or trying to feel like your right shoulder's going down to the ball, it's going to keep it on plane, if not over plane, which is also going to, it's going to help your start line, but it's going to reduce the curve. So let's go back to these 2 tilts. I think this worked really, really well for you. Okay, so set up to your shot. That's a serious makeup right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so take it up. Give me the tilting down to the left to start the backswing, all the way up there. Okay, and I want you to feel like you're coming over this stick on the downswing. Yeah, there you go. Over that guy, the hardest over that on the way back and the way through. Left ribs down to the ball. There you go. Now get closer to the ball with your chest. That's the move. It's okay. One more time.
Just for medium? Like medium?
Yeah, I'm going to need that one. Thanks for the other hand. How are your fingers doing?
Right now I'm aimed at the yellow stick.
You got it. I like it. So imagine I'm holding that stick in front of your arms. Keep them away. Good ball.